Coming to you from sunny Southwest Florida. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Jimmy James, also known as Drum and J 108.
Yep. And I'm Geo Ballantyne on Instagram and Fractal Kev on Xbox. So James is easier. He's the same guy across all brands.
You say that, and in the back of my head, I'm like, should I do a rebrand? Is it time for a rebrand? But that's here or there. Together, we are Fractal Minds. Thank you,
Woo!
thank you for joining us today. We are very excited to be back to the MCU tier list 2025. Woo! Oh yeah, that's our new
Sorry, I was
thing,
messing
right?
with my speaker.
You were
Should I
so
have changed? Should I have changed my shirt, James, for the illusion?
Kevin, it's too late now, buddy. Because we are in list fever. That's right. We're in the middle of MCU tier list phase 4. If you're watching this and you haven't watched our previous videos, you messed up. You gotta go back. You gotta go watch phase 1, then phase 2, and then phase 3. You gotta do your homework, right, Kevin?
Right. And after phase 3, it's all downhill from here. So
Oh, ouch. Oh, we hate to hear that. Way to sell the.
there was some bright spots. We'll cover those. There was definitely some bright spots in the phase 4.
Yeah, no. So as Kevin is alluding to, after phase 3, the MCU, especially critically and a little bit commercially, is definitely fallen flat. Um, I think as a whole, I'm still a fan of all these movies. We said it before, but like I've enjoyed every single one of these movies in a theater experience. They're just fun movies for me. These are my popcorn films, if you will, but I enjoy them more than what you would consider just a normal popcorn film. But Phase 4 is very interesting. You have the start of Disney Plus, and with that,
Hmm,
that brought a lot of
not really.
TV shows, and we're not going to get into that. We're not ranking any of the TV shows that have been put out. Those been hit or misses. Some we have watched, some that we haven't watched.
I think at the beginning I did catch up on most of the Disney Plus shows that were Marvel related because the movies were kind of intertwined within the shows. Um,
Yeah,
I think some of the more recent ones I still haven't watched. The There was like the newest one.
Ironheart.
Yeah, Ironheart. I haven't watched that. I'm one season behind or two seasons behind on the What If.
Oh,
But otherwise, like at the very beginning, I was really connected and doing all of that
right.
to stay in the know with the shows. Because I watched Hawkeye, which it's funny that you say you're not going to bring up the Disney Plus shows, which I mean we only have so much content we can cover. But the ending of Black Widow kind of alludes to Hawkeye, so
Yeah,
uh,
no.
they are connected a little bit.
Yeah, no. That's a very good point. I kind of wanted to bring up them at this point in time because it is the start of them, and they're there's some really great stuff. WandaVision is awesome. I rewatched that last year, and it still holds up very well.
Hmm.
Um, One of the big ones that come well, and Loki is awesome. I think Loki works very well as a TV show, so I think that was a good call.
Yeah.
I think probably my biggest one to call out would be Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I think it did that series a disservice putting that as just a series, and I think they made it longer than it should. That could have been a really nice, like, reflecting back, rose colored glasses reflecting back for what we got. Um, and there's a lot of factors. You got COVID, so a lot of things change, and I get that. But I think Falcon and Winter Soldier would have been a better move to put in here somewhere in this phase 4. Um, Waiting so long, like, the series was the series. It was cool having that story, but I bet you a mass audience did not watch that.
Yeah.
And years later, 2025 now, we finally got the Captain America movie with Sam Wilson in that role, and it, we're not there at Phase 5 yet, but when that movie came out, it did not do as well. So I just wondered the strategy of the Disney Plus stuff, how much it has started to affect the movies that we've received, and where they where they might be going to course correct a little bit. But just an
Yeah.
observation. Just wanted to kind of throw that out there while we're thinking about these movies.
I think it's a good point to bring up COVID, and the Disney Plus shows taking off the way they did, because movie theaters and stuff weren't, um, they were being largely affected by COVID restrictions. So thinking back on it now, I can almost see it being a strategy to, hey, if they got to watch it from home, they can't go to the theaters. Let's put stuff on Disney Plus. And I think it was like a double-edged sword. Like it served, it 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 generated revenue for Disney Plus or Disney, um, by replacing the people's inability to go into the movie theaters. Um, but it also created fatigue, like even more fatigue for people who are trying to keep up with everything going on in the whole MCU. And it's like, oh, I should have watched this show before seeing this movie, or
Yeah.
maybe not so much to that extreme, but it was be like you might miss a few references or something, or um, but you do bring like the Falcon and Winter Soldier, like that's a good one to bring up because it fits with. Because I was thinking, looking at Phase 4 at large, it's the first three movies are like just their own standalone things that don't really technically build up to anything. Black
Right.
Widow kind of fills in a gap after Civil War, but then also you see, well, we'll get to that. Sorry, I apologize.
No, this is great.
Um,
I mean,
but
honestly,
I just,
this is a good way of talking about these movies. So I do agree with you. You have the filler movie with Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and Eternals were their own thing. So
yeah, and I feel like Falcon and Winter Soldier would have met that same blueprint just fine. Um, but it would have did more as far as uh, gave answers to what they're leading up to with Captain America: Brave New World. Like
yeah,
it's very heavily involved with the Avengers at large, and I think uh, it would have probably been better as a movie instead of being released on Disney Plus. And again, not to keep talking about COVID, but I think Black Widow going into this, I think Black Widow that was delayed
oh yeah.
several times, or at least once I know, because of COVID. I think they were delayed the release of it.
Well, the whole slate got pushed back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true, true.
Right. Right. So yeah, no. So let's get into it. So Black Widow, the first movie of Phase 4, like Kevin alluded to, this movie's release got pushed back. This is the first movie of Marvel's to come out in 2 years. The last movie was Spider-Man: Far From Home, 2019, July. Black Widow came out July 9th, 2021. So full 2 years. And it was a big deal for us. We really enjoyed going back to the theater. It was tough at first. We definitely had our misses still with the COVID times because everything was just so weird. But I remember like getting all excited that theaters were opening back up, and there was a couple of films around this time that I was excited for and I wanted to see in the theater. And I'm glad they pushed them back. I definitely I would have liked to have watched a new MCU film sooner than that, but these movies belong in the theater, so I'm glad they pushed it. Um, that being said, with Black Widow, it's an interesting film. I think it would have been nicer to have seen this film earlier.
Mhm.
I don't know, like with the crazy schedule that Phase 3 was, I don't think there was room to put it in there unless you like might have taken time. Like, so Spider-Man had 2 films. You could have taken out one of those Spider-Man films, but then also you have the Sony factor. Sony wants a Spider-Man film every 2 years. So there goes that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, maybe that Ant-Man and the Wasp, maybe that should have been Black Widow, actually. Oh, actually, oh my god, that should have been Black Widow because Infinity War, we didn't talk about this at all. We did ScarJo a disservice, by the way. Um,
Oh, I think I know what you're about to say because I realized too we skipped over something big.
yeah, so you have Infinity War and you have the snap at the end, and then do the Black Widow movie where it is a flashback still, which is fine because you're showing her origin story. But then at the end, maybe still keep that post credit and just like not even show the grave, but just show her sister going to the
Looking at it,
funeral, yeah, or the cemetery, and then you do Endgame and
it
sport.
connects the dot.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, man, Marvel, I'm hireable. Call me, hit me up in my DMs.
Yeah, the release of Black Widow where it was, it wasn't the greatest like release in the timeline.
Yeah,
Because a lot of it took place, not a lot of it, but that's kind of where I mentioned it, um, where Black Widow breaks the Sokovia Accords after the events of, Captain America Civil War, escapes Thaddeus Ross, um, and then it goes into the whole story of, how she and Yelena
Yelena. Yep.
Belova, her sister,
Mm-hmm.
and it introduces Taskmaster and all that, and
I love that show.
Taskmaster.
Yeah, it's really good.
One thing, because I did a little research I looked into Black Widow a little bit just to remind myself, but it seemed like a plot device used a lot throughout the movie was the synthetic mist that broke the Red Room's hold on their brain, basically the mind control they were all dealing with.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah,
Yep.
they had mind control that was part of what made the Black Widows do the bidding of the ultra bad guys
Right.
or the people leading it. Or I can't think of his name. It was actually just one guy, but
Yeah. It's
um,
very forgettable.
yeah, it wasn't a great.
Yeah.
Like I said, it just seemed like it kind of felt like a filler movie again.
Yeah. I liked the filler. Like I liked that they showed the side of Black Widow of what goes on with their whole shtick, like what how do they become these ultra assassins? I'm glad they gave us the time for that, but the way that they did it was kind of confusing and like mixed. Like, give me the origin. That's a movie that I would have been fine with as a pure origin film. Don't
mhm.
don't have her go back and seek revenge and stuff. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem needed. It didn't seem needed with the flow of um, her story that we've been seeing for these previous phases. Like, it seemed like she was basically over it. Like, she was on her own missions. Like, I don't, yeah, like it just didn't seem needed to have to close that chapter. But I'm not the one with PTSD, so
Yeah, yeah, and then like the movie kind of ends like after everything is said and done. Like one of the final movie like scenes is Black Widow getting the special jet, whatever it was. I can't think of the name of it, but it was like a plane, but it wasn't a plane. It was something more fancy. Um, but she was on her way to go free the Avengers after the events of Civil War. So it's such a weird
mm,
time lapse because so many movies have passed since that Civil War that they're
yeah,
still referencing that when there's so many other movies that have taken place. It's just an odd placement for an origin, like you said. Like it is a good origin movie. It's just the placement
Yeah.
with everything else. Just seems odd. Um,
I
and
I
then just
I wonder if it's a case of they were, again, like maybe contracts were involved. Like maybe ScarJo was on contract for one more film and they killed her off in Endgame. So how do you
mm,
do one more film and you have to go backwards? And then it gets like, well, where is this in the timeline? So yeah, and releasing it after Endgame is just so confusing. So it's hard. I do like the movie. Like I liked what they gave us, but
mhm.
I think it's weakened by the issues that we've talked about.
Yeah. There's definitely like espionage. One of the
Yeah,
I think this is like
I love
one of
that
the
shit.
first movies that was heavily espionage-esque, right?
Well,
Like,
the Cap America movies are espionage,
true. You're
so
right.
it kind of fits in with those.
Yeah, I can see
So
that.
so that's an A rank then, right? That's how that works.
A rank, huh?
Nah, just I'm just joking. I'm not trying to be harsh, but I don't know. I'm kind of probably in the B C range.
That's fair. Let's
Wait,
see what other. Okay, freaking Discord.
I would say for me probably bottom B, top C. Maybe even below Ant-Man.
I think yeah, below Ant-Man. I like that
Yeah, that looks good.
because the Ant-Man origin story was a little more fulfilling to
Right.
me
Yeah.
and fitting for like where it was and within the phase.
Yeah. I like that. All
Um,
right. I think we
as the beginning of Phase 4, it's just odd talking about Phase 3
yeah.
events.
Yeah, that's a very good point too. Like to start your new phase and you start with something that goes backwards, it definitely feels off.
Yeah.
Cool, man. I
Um,
think we nailed it. That I think that was the best ranking yet.
I think, yeah. I think we're pretty fair with it. I think that
Yeah.
was we didn't hate it, but the
No.
this how it came out just eh.
Yeah.
Um, in the post credit scene of that one, you get Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine.
Oh, her introduction, right? Or was she?
Yeah, and she enlists Yelena to go after Hawkeye, which I believe is remind me if that's what Hawkeye is about. She's involved in that in the show.
Yeah, she's involved. She's a part of it.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah,
for a couple episodes, not even like the full thing from what I
yeah.
remember. But
Because Hawkeye's responsible for Black Widow's death, so that's why I think the that's
yeah.
how that's
Okay.
how Fontaine spins it
Yeah.
to and yeah.
No, it
So
works. Yeah, yeah, I liked what they did there. It was good.
yeah. Anyways, sorry.
Cool, man. Everyone's favorite game show time: box office ranking. Okay, well, like what we alluded to at the beginning of this episode, this was during the dark times for theaters. Some say it still is the dark times for theaters, but we've mostly recovered from that time frame. But yeah, this is still when restrictions were going on. I know this is pretty low, so I'm gonna kind of be on the lower end. I'm gonna say 190.
Very close. Very close. Sorry, I was making sure I had the caps.
Oh, you're fine.
Anyway, $184 million.
Dude, that's pretty damn
So you
good.
were close, man.
Thanks, man. Woo! All right. I mean, I wish it did better, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Um,
Where do you rank it, James?
for the review side, I'm gonna say it's probably on the lower end. I could see this is where fatigue started hitting people. I don't see a lot of 30s. We still got
Yeah,
some
I think there's only two in the 30s. Wow.
we still got some 20s. Maybe it's a 27.
right, so it got a 79.7, which puts it at 24.
Oh!
So it is near the bottom, but you were good, man.
You had me on the edge of my seat. I was like, he's gonna say 27.
uh, so I was looking at a different thing. Like it was a different list on this AI program. I
We're
apologize.
not doing the DC films, Kevin.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not even lying. I wish I could screen share with you, but I might throw off our whole thing. But you were right. It was 27. I'm not even lying.
Kevin.
So hold on, I'll tell you what list. What the hell was the list I was looking at a second ago? What was it ranking? I'm trying to figure out.
You can't play with my emotions like this.
It was okay. So the ranking I was looking at, it was showing the movie in what order it came out. So it was the 24th movie to come out. That is what the stupid AI ranking it gave me.
Release order.
I have been looking at the correct ranking for everything else, I promise. But this one is ranked 27th overall by score.
Weird. Avengers Endgame was ranked the 23rd.
Yeah, let me look at Volume 2, Guardians Galaxy Volume 2 real quick. Make sure I didn't fuck that up.
Oh, you're killing me, bro. Oh.
Nope, Guardians Galaxy Volume 2. Nope, it's 24th. Yep, we're on the right score. So
You just had to dig that one back in my heart again. You just love
damn, hey, I mean,
you just love to bring that one
you
up.
did. You guessed 27th. You were right.
Okay, wait, can you say that one more time?
You were right. You were 27th. It was 27 for Black Widow.
Wow. The tables have turned.
Still gonna go pick out your lucky lotto winnings?
I think I have to after that one. Oh, my emotions have been played with. This has been an emotional episode, and it's already been the first ranking. I think we need a.
There's already been tears.
I think we need a. I think we need to push on, Kevin.
All
right. Whew. Emotional.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yes, thank you. This is the second film from, but not the last. This is the second film from the MCU in 2021, September 3rd. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. What do you think about this movie, Kevin?
I remember when I saw the movie, I thought it was like it has no tie-in, I feel like, if I remember correctly, except for, well, yeah, it doesn't really have much of a tie-in with the MCU we've seen so far, if I remember correctly. At the end, there's a tie-in at the very end, but before that, it was this whole new story that, again, another standalone movie, origin story, if you will.
Actually, there was a cameo appearance of a MCU villain that we've seen before. In the fighting area, the underground fighting, Abomination. Abomination was in there.
Yeah, no, you're right. Holy crap!
And the Mandarin's in it too.
Yeah, the Mandarin. Yeah, I remember that. Don't remind me.
Kevin's favorite character, the Mandarin.
I did actually see that. I forgot to write it in my notes, but I did recall seeing that.
Yeah.
I guess he wasn't as hated as Iron Man 3, so he was like a quirky, funny character, wasn't he? Like, because he was an actor kind of thing.
Yeah. He's supposed to be funny.
Yeah. But anyways, I thought I liked all the martial arts in it. The fighting, like I said, the whole, I don't know how to describe it, but it was just a different aura around it than other MCU movies.
Yep.
It was kind of like watching like a classic martial arts movie almost in a way, except with a pretty cool origin story to back it up. With the Ten Rings giving immortality and godly powers, and just I'm still invested enough to know like where it's where it's going to be with the Marvel universe at large.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's my biggest disappointment is that they brought it to light and then didn't kind of this one and the next movie didn't really do anything with it
Yeah.
until much later. Um, but overall, I like the characters. You had your funny character, the one that added levity to the seriousness of the show or the movie. Um,
Played by
and
Aquafina.
Aquafina, I think
Yep.
that's yeah.
Yeah, she's
Um,
hilarious. I love her.
yeah, and she's like his best friend or something, or they're both Shang-Chi's best friend. They're car valet service or whatever. But yeah, um, overall, I thought it was a really good movie. I thought it was good, and starting to blend Eternals into it now. But I'm gonna stop myself. but,
Yeah.
um,
Um,
yeah, how did you feel?
I like everything that you brought up, and I agree. Definitely felt like a classic martial arts film. You know, something that I would have watched back in the day with my dad and stuff. You know, and I like that MCU is confident enough to give us something like this. Um, I do like that it's separate. You know, I don't need it to be. I think some films pull that off well and can be great movies by themselves, like Guardians of the Galaxy, just for example. But you know, this I don't feel like this movie needed a connection. I think the biggest fault is not even this film. It's like we haven't seen this character besides a post-credit sequence since this movie, and we're going
Yeah,
like a whole phase without that. Like, it just feels wrong. It doesn't feel like we it doesn't feel like we're in phase one. You had the buildup of everything. There was no. Well, we're jumping the gun, but Shang-Chi by itself, I think, is a very fun film. I haven't revisited it, but I would like to. Like, I would go watch it tonight if we wanted to. But you know, so like I want to revisit it. I would be down to watch it again. So that ranks high for me right away.
yeah.
But yeah, no,
All right.
I would love to see another one. So where how do you
Yeah, definitely.
feel on the ranking side?
Just a quick to mention the tie-in and what they didn't do with it. They alluded to it, but at the very end, it's Bruce Banner and Captain Marvel talking to him about like the 10 rings and stuff, and they're like having this discussion. It's like, but we're now 10 more movies deep, if that,
Yeah,
and we haven't like where is it?
yeah.
Um, that's I guess my only connection. It's like it's here on our MCU list, so the character should have been used by now, in my opinion. But otherwise, it is a good standalone film. It holds up well. Uh, I almost give it, if if not A, definite B. Like I would say A B tier. Um, because I enjoyed it. Because like I said, the standalone aspects of it, being able to
Mm-hmm.
just pick it up and watch it again.
I would put it behind Doctor Strange.
Mm,
I think
fair.
I think if you're stacking them up, I think like the origin story comparison, I think they kind of both succeed and hit those expectations of an origin. Um,
It did get the big dark dragon
yeah,
thing at the very end. So that had a cool big bad. it
yeah, you know,
was in a
and
whole other realm too.
yeah, like I agree. Like it's cool at one aspect, but also it just at sometimes like big battles like that just kind of feel empty too. Like I know it's so strange to say, but like I don't know, like it maybe because they just fall to it so often, and
Yeah.
I don't even know what to like. I don't know. It's so hard. Like how do you end a movie? And of course, bombastic is always a good way to go. So I don't know. I'm weird.
I think it's fair though. I think it's fair because I did like Doctor Strange a lot too. So
Yeah, like I think stacking up like this feels right to me. Like I don't think it hits quite the same as the Captain America films, and like it gives me the vibes of what Doctor Strange give me. It's very good. B is very good. I'm not saying these are bad movies at all. And like middle of the pack, what I fucking love this series.
Yeah.
So middle of the pack of one of the best film series is pretty fucking good still. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, I think this is a nice spot. You like it?
I think it. Yeah, I think it's fair. I
Cool.
think it's good. I was saying like A B, so high B, low. I'm fine with that. I really am.
Yeah, nice. Cool, man. All right, well, time for the rankings.
How much money did it make?
Ugh. We're still in the bad times. We're probably looking at it's an unknown character. One, I feel like Incredible Hulk did worse than Black Widow, but because I felt like Incredible Hulk is like the worst performing. Let's just say 170.
170, he says.
Oh, yes, that's what I said.
Made a little more than that. It did 225
Okay,
cool million.
cool, nice. All right, well, better than I thought, which I'm always happy to see. So, cool, good for it.
Uh,
I think the problem
okay.
with these later MCU films too is the balloon of budget and not getting that nice return like they were getting. They could
Yeah.
back in the day make every film for 200 mil and double it in your theatrical release and not including worldwide. But now, this is the trend. Not to jump ahead too, but the
Yeah.
trend is lower box office. So,
Yeah.
um,
There's-
it's been,
Where do you think it ranks, James?
yeah, man. Ranking wise, I would say it's on the higher than Black Widow. What else do we have available? Let's go with the. Ooh,
I know you don't like hints, but I'll say you are right with that assertion.
thanks, buddy. You know what? I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna go on the higher end. I don't see number 11. I'm gonna go with number 11.
Make sure I'm looking at the right rating score here so I don't flub it up like last time. um, so it was ranked better than Black Widow at 80.3,
80.3. Ooh.
which puts it
Ooh.
at 26.
No way! Wow! Wow! That
Yeah.
surprises me.
Yeah.
That's too harsh.
Unfortunately, I think people at this point are dealing with, well, the critics shouldn't, but I don't know. The critics should stay unbiased, but I feel like a lot of the rhetoric after phase 3 was just um the fatigue. And I feel like
Yeah.
that's what a lot of these future movies have to hold themselves to, is to get past that fatigue that people are having.
Yep.
So,
You're right.
but
Yeah.
I thought, cause I thought so too. I thought Shang-Chi was way better than what this is ranking it as. So,
Crazy. All right. Well, sorry, bud. We'll see you next time. I guess in Doomsday.
I
All
did see
right.
something about a number 2 for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been on the docket, but it hasn't been released.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, on to the next of Phase 4, number 3. This is Eternals, November 5th, 2021. That's 3 for 2021 so far, Kevin.
Uh,
You talk about that fatigue.
yeah.
maybe
It's a
maybe releasing 3 movies already in 2021. And guess what? We're not even done with 2021 yet. So get ready for that. Anyway, so moving on. The Eternals. This is a very interesting film. So, like Kevin said before, this does not connect to any previous film that we've seen before. This is an entire new group of characters, new species. Eternals are a very interesting comic. I can't say I ever read them back in the day. I believe it's Jim Kirby, the other half of the Stan Lee combo. Like this was like his kind of big baby. Like he's responsible for a lot of the characters, but like this is more of his like weird space stuff. And yeah, like I don't know, man. Like I think this movie is trying to do a lot. It's very ambitious. It was probably like a big challenge to make this film, and I think it just kind of shows the direction that they were trying to go, and then it just wasn't clicking with people, and they've definitely course corrected because we have not seen the Eternals again. But yeah, just a mix of film. I don't even know how I feel about it, honestly. Like, parts of it I enjoy, but I can't say like I have a desire to rewatch it. How do you feel?
I agree with you. Um, I felt, if I remember correctly, I can't give you like the um, why my thinking is this way. But I remember when I watched the movie, they made Thena, I think her name's Thena, Angelina Jolie's character.
Yeah.
I think it alluded to like she'd be like she wasn't killed off, so she's still around. And for me, I'm just like she is up there in years, so like why keep if you're gonna introduce I guess that's where my thinking was you're introducing the Eternals, this new like are they gonna be recurring characters in the MCU? Why bring back someone like as old as Angelina Jolie, no offense, but unless they're gonna kill her, I just don't how long it takes for movies to come in, like come out in
Yeah.
between each other. I just feel like it's gonna be hard to like keep her around wanting to do this character. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, I think all the characters in general, it was a lot to get to know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like lore and backstory to all these characters and what they're you learn about the Celestials and the creation of like the universe kind of thing. Um, and it led up to basically the one Celestial coming out of Earth, and its hand is still there. Now we now know that there's where they're getting adamantium,
Yep.
right? That's where that's coming from.
Yep.
Um, and it took them until 9. It took them 9 movies to make the connection. So I'm like, there's this giant monster celestial coming out of the Earth out in the Indian Ocean. No, everyone's just like, hey guys, it's normal.
Yeah.
It's it's as normal as a hurricane. It happens, and we all just move about our day. Just, anyways,
Yeah. No.
um,
It's
I thought the Celestials were cool. I thought what's his name, the main one. He shows up at the end, and that was the payoff I was kind of referring to before we started recording. The payoff to the Eternals, the very end, like it gave me um, Galactus vibes
okay.
because if you remember at the very end, I'm trying to find his name. It starts with an A. The main the main
Abraham.
Celestial, huh?
Abraham.
Abraham?
Alexander. Ajax? No, that's the Eternal.
No, that's
Amazon rainforest.
nailed it.
Oh, at Arishem, Arishem.
I'm gonna figure it out real But basically,
The judge, Erish M, the judge. I think that's who you're referring to.
possibly, I thought he was like the main one, and he was the one who planted the seeds in the other planets. And once the planets have enough life, then the celestial births from the planet because of the amount of life on the planet. So I thought there was that one celestial that started it. Oh, Arishim. Yeah, Arishim. I think you're right. Arishim.
Erish.
Arishem.
Okay.
Um, but at the very end of the movie, uh, Arishim, I think, shows up. Yeah, the cloud, like, that was another event that was never spoken about. The
Yeah.
clouds part, Arishem's face is sitting there larger than the planet, basically. It's like he's standing next to the planet looking down at it. It gave you those vibes. And he ends up taking he's gonna he lifts Fastos when she Fastos yeah, so there's like a group of them. Cersei, Fastos, and Kingo. Also, really easy names to remember.
Yeah.
They're all lifted into space by Airshim. Like that event was cool. I think a larger than life villain is cool. That's why I'm probably so taken to Galactus. Even though Thanos didn't need to be larger than life, he was just Josh Brolin.
That's all you need.
but, but he was a badass. But I don't know, just having a larger than life villain in that and Airsham, like that was cool. But other than that, there's not many like it's not one I'm gonna go back and watch. Like
Yeah.
all that to say that. Sorry, it was a very bloated way to say all of that. Also, the post credit scene. I
Mm.
forgot. I just read it. They alluded to the Ebony Blade.
Well, one of two post-credit sequences.
True.
Yeah, actually, that's really funny to bring that one up because the Ebony Blade, you also get the voice of Blade, Mashar Ali, like not, and we haven't seen that movie yet, so bummer to that. And I think they set up like even Kurt Harrington. I'm sorry, I'm terrible
Oh
at his
yeah,
name.
the Night Watch.
Oh, Kit Harrington. They set him up as the Black Knight, and I don't think he's going to be making a return. Like it's very interesting the choices that they were making and setting up these characters, and not to have done anything with them for 4 years. Like, yeah, the reception was low on this movie, but like you didn't plan to use them again. Like you can't tell me you you didn't expect to have these guys back. And I don't know, it's just so strange. Like, why would you set all this up and not plan like a team up movie in this phase? Like, it just seems so strange to me, but whatever, we're not in
As we
charge.
go into the mutant phase, it was just kind of like, how can we tie in the mutants? Oh, adamantium or something. We could use the celestial. It's coming out of the planet. Like,
Yeah, I don't.
um,
That's a good point. Like, I forget when the Fox buyout happened because that probably did change plans, but they were already committed to certain things. So it's interesting. It's hard to say when things pivoted because getting getting these characters, getting Spider-Man, getting Fantastic Four, getting X-Men, that did change what they were making. So
true.
um, yeah, that's interesting to think about. Like the Tiamat at the end turning Animanium, that option on, was that
Yeah.
for X-Men or was that just, hey, this would be
Yeah.
cool?
Yeah, exactly. It was just like,
I don't
it,
know. Yeah.
it definitely as a whole, like, I don't know, it does not a whole lot for me,
Yeah.
especially given the fact that they don't, like you mentioned, they don't really revisit any of the characters. The only revisit to this whole movie is the Celestial coming out of the planet. Um,
Yeah, which like they just did something with too. It took 9 films, like you said, so
yeah.
pretty
So,
weird.
anyways, what tier are you gonna put it at, James?
Ugh. I'm conflicted on this one. I would like to get your vibes first, please.
Well, let's see. If the I I guess I think I have to put it in the Hulk Peter Tingle.
Ooh, he did it. He said it first, people.
Below Spider-Man though. I enjoyed Spider-Man more.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I would
I was
entertain.
leaning towards C, but I definitely like Spider-Man more than this movie, so I can't
Yeah.
justify it being above it.
Okay. Cool.
Hmm.
And it's better than Incredible Hulk, or at least like we favor it more than Incredible Hulk. Yeah, this looks right.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, yeah, because it's not even our Bruce Banner, so
Yeah.
fuck him.
I like it. All right, man. Well, congrats, Internals. You joined the Peter Tingle ranking. All right.
How much did it make, James?
Let's see what we got here. How much did it make? It had to make less than Shang-Chi and Black Widow. Maybe Black Widow. Ooh.
You thought it would have done better than Shang-Chi?
No, I meant worse. Sorry, I meant worse.
Oh, okay.
I think. I don't know. I feel like this did not do well. So I'm going to go 170.
Damn.
Doing it.
All right.
Doing it.
170, you say?
I'm just saying.
165.
See? I fucking do it.
All right. So where do you rank it on the tier list of MCU movies?
What did they rank it? Oh, it has to be near the bottom, bro. Is it? Are we?
Hold on. How the hell is that down there?
It's 37. One of them has to be.
Hold on. Let me just hold on because I gotta I'm.
It's not number
calling
one.
Audible, bro. The movies that I just realized, like it was
Somehow.
all right. So you know
38.
how it's 39. There's not even that many movies out. so, so, wow. There's some of these movies at the bottom are.
Kevin.
Sorry. Anyways, I'll just give it to you. Eternals ranks at a 78.7, which puts it at 29.
Wow.
But I'm not satisfied with. We may have to stop after phase 4 so I can figure out what the fuck's going on with phase 5.
Are they all on the bottom or something? Or are they all...
Without giving it away, I won't say, but there's a couple of them on the bottom.
I believe it. I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of factors there, but and you
Yeah.
know it. Yeah, I'm sure the ratings are kind of weird to start with, but then they
Maybe because they're newer movies.
Yeah, yeah. I bet you that rating system gets better if the movie's been out for longer.
Yeah. So I might have to call an audible there, but we will get through phase 4 and discuss what we're doing then.
Okay.
So we'll continue as normal.
Yeah, it's just fun. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's just kind of a fun meter. All right. Well, congrats to Internals for being ranked 29. I mean, good for it. I'm just surprised.
Yeah. It of the movies we've covered so far, The Incredible Hulk is the only one lower than it of the movies we've covered so far.
That's why that's why I was thinking it was 37 because I thought of the movies to be coming up, like I thought they would have fared better with all these rating meters. But anyway, doesn't matter. I think we need to move on to the next film. This is the 4th movie that we received in 2021. A month after the Eternals. Interesting strategy. Obviously, like we said, COVID kind of changed things, so maybe that was not the intended release schedule. But overall, I don't think we care about that. But I know the mass audience kind of cares about that stuff. But
Yeah, massive fan service.
yeah, I mean, I'll eat it all up. Except for Disney Plus shows, apparently. But Spider-Man: No Way Home. This one's pretty epic, and like we said in all of the previous videos that we've done so far, this is a spoiler zone. So if you haven't watched any of these films, you're watching the wrong video right now. But Spider-Man: No Way Home did the impossible. It brought together.
It brought back Andrew Garfield.
Just him. He was just a side character anyway. He wasn't even Spider-Man now. No, I mean, it brought back the previous Spider-Mans, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. Even brought back some of the villains. Like that was a nice added touch, I thought. Not only that we got the Spider-Mans, but we got some of the iconic villains too, like Green Goblin. William Dafoe in that role is iconic.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not talking about the pre-Marvel MCU films, but I mean those early Spider-Man films are really freaking good. And
brought back Doc Ock.
Yeah, oh my god, he's incredible too. So just all these incredible roles, and it made sense though too. I like they had a good reason for it to occur. Something like this could have been really messy, could have been convoluted, didn't work, and like diminish what a trilogy of Spider-Man films could have been. And overall, good films. Like obviously, we kind of ranked Far From Home pretty low, but Homecoming was very good, and he was great in the Avengers films. But Spider-Man: No Way Home, and again, also like cool in one aspect, but Doctor Strange takes a hold of this film a lot. Like it's very.
They don't let Tom Holland really take over the role, like, do they?
That's what I
Like the
mean,
lead
man.
role.
This whole
Yeah.
trilogy of films, there's someone else. Like he's in the shadow of someone else above him, right? So, just a very interesting choice. I don't. At one aspect, I know what they're doing. Like he's an apprentice, he's learning, and that's what this whole trilogy was. It was this character's origin story of becoming Spider-Man. Because at the end, he does get his Uncle Ben moment. I think he did have an Uncle Ben moment that we just didn't see on the screen, but then it occurs again with Aunt May at the end. So he like they spreaded his origin not just in one movie but in the three movies in a cool way that I thought. So as a final chapter of that, I thought this was a great movie, and having the multiverse stuff along with that just made it even more special. So I really liked it. How about you, Kevin?
I concur. That's it. No. Yeah. No, I'm a fangirl over good trailers. And I remember the trailer for this, like the reveal of Doc Ock was like the moment you're like, holy crap, because you saw his little octopus arms like
Yeah.
hitting the ground, like coming after Peter Parker, and that big reveal, we're like, oh wow, so who's all going to be in this? And they I think met the audience's expectations, which is not easy to do. I agree with you. I feel like it wasn't bloated. It was bloated. It wasn't convoluted. It did a pretty good. It was a pretty good movie. And would you consider this be like the first? I know Shang-Chi and the Legend of, well, now even thinking back to the Avengers Endgame and Ant-Man and the Wasp. So I guess I'm wrong. And I was gonna say the multiverse. Like this is really where they really started toying with the multiverse. But I guess they have been doing that in previous movies. But
Just yeah, like not to the extent that this one was though. Like this
yeah,
is, I think, like Endgame kind of teased that, but I don't think it was really clear that's what we were doing. This though was
Yeah.
multiverse.
Was this after the What If or not What If, but because I know at this point we already mentioned Disney Plus. At this point, like they really established like the branching timelines. The Loki show, I think, is probably the more so than anything.
Yeah, yeah,
So I guess that kind of connected the dots maybe for
yeah.
this movie and understanding what's going on.
I think so.
Um, but I overall I thought the movie was awesome. They they played homage to all the previous villains and the previous Spider-Mans pretty well. Um, there was, oh, I think I was just gonna mention like the Doctor Strange and the multiverse, but all of that was has already been said. So overall, I thought the movie was great. I thought they did really well with it. Did this one have Venom? I know Venom's not a part of.
Oh,
I don't know if it was this movie or if in the end credit scene of the Venom movie they kind of portrayed something going on. There was a
yeah,
connection there with one of the two movies. I can't remember, but with Tom Hardy's Venom. But I know that would have been cool to see, on some level, an
yeah.
introduction. But I think they did great with what they had. Um, so what would you say on the tier list, James? Where are you feeling? Or do
This
you want
is
me to start
yeah.
it off again?
No, I it's high for me. Where are you vibing?
I think it's high up there. Is it another S tier or is it a high A?
I Kevin, Kevin, can you hear me?
What's going on, James?
Kevin, what's going on? Did something happen over there? A storm came by and something feels different.
I I think we were doing a DCU grading scale. What's going on now? What's the screen's changed?
Well, yeah, we were in the middle of tiering the Josh Whedon's Justice League, and now we're doing MCU. What's this stuff?
I guess we can just pick up where they left off, I guess.
I get. Is this like a parallel universe or something?
I multiverse, man.
Well, I guess we could pick up where the other us were at. Looks like they were tiering the Spider-Man No Way Home film. Oops, I screwed that one up. All right. Well, Spider-Man No Way Home. I like that movie a lot. Do you like that movie?
I really enjoyed that movie.
Okay. Well, I think it should definitely be in the S rank. If
I'm there with you.
if
We like it more than Thor Ragnarok or less than Thor Ragnarok?
I think I like it a little bit more than Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
Do I like it more than Endgame? That seems like an impossible question.
Yeah. I think right there's safe. What are you thinking Endgame, huh?
I don't know, man. This is tough. I was losing sleep over this one. For some reason, like my parallel self just kind of felt like this was coming on, and I had a lot of time to think about this one, and I just don't know. If you like it behind Endgame, I think that's fine for now. We can always revisit this. Um, I do. It belongs in S tier, no doubt. Above Thor Ragnarok, sure. Behind Endgame for now. We're happy with that.
I think so. Until we have time, like we have other movies that are going to be coming out in the future, right? So we'll be touching up this tier list, as we go.
Forever, as long as MCU's around, we'll forever be tiering.
Heck yeah.
All right, cool. Well, let's. I guess they also do this weird thing in this universe where they play this game where they. It looks like Drummond J 108. He guesses the box office, how much money these movies made, and then the review
I
aggregate. I think you crunched the numbers on this one.
I happen to have a list in front of me that just happens to have the box office amounts and the rankings. It says something about the rankings are between a tomato meter, cinema score, and a Metacritic score. It's an average.
Tomato meter? What the heck is that? This universe is weird. Well,
Huh.
let's just run with it. Let's just give it a try.
Sure.
Yeah.
How much money do you think No Way Home made?
Well, I'm not sure what big capital M means in this world, but I imagine that's a lot of money. And Spider-Man is pretty popular, at least in our universe. I imagine it's popular everywhere, though. So, I'm gonna say 500 million.
You're going to shit your pants, James. There was such a fanboy apparently behind everyone seeing this.
Uh huh.
This did as well as the best Avengers movies.
Oh, yeah. It's really
804, I think million is the M.
that's insane, man. I knew it was up there, but frick, that's up there.
That's like just under Endgame, but I think more than Infinity. Yeah, it's more than
Yeah.
Infinity War.
Wow, that's insane. I mean, that's the hype. You're right. It's all that fanfare of, I mean, they were teasing the other Spider-Mans, but it didn't show it until afterwards. So, but people knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
good though.
Yeah, good for them.
Nice little bright spot in the middle of their phase 4 so far.
Yeah, yeah, it's the brightest one. It definitely saved them. Well, I guess it's time to do the review ranking. Let's see. I think this one scored pretty favorable. So let's see what kind of high numbers we have available. I see a 7 available. Let's go with 7. It might be higher, but let's go with 7. Or wait. I changed my mind. 3. Number 3.
All right, Mister. We're getting back within the. I feel like I'm getting tinges of like you should be playing the lotto for some reason. I don't remember. I don't. But yeah, a 93.7, which puts it in third.
Yay! I'm gonna play the
Yeah.
lottery. Awesome, cool. That was fun.
Mhm.
Good way to start this recording. All right. Well, moving on then. That means we're on to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This is the first film to be released in 2022, May 6th specifically, and Sam Raimi's debut in the MCU. If you're familiar with Sam Raimi's work, of course, Evil Dead fame, but also, more notably, the Spider-Man original trilogy fame. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. So, pretty big deal for Sam Raimi to be into the MCU and doing a Doctor Strange movie. I think that's pretty awesome. Great pairing, in my opinion. And I have a lot to say about it, but Kevin, would you like to share your thoughts on Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah. No, I found myself enjoying it. It helped to watch the What If episodes a little bit because you got to see some of the different variants of Doctor Strange.
That
Um,
sorry, real quick. That What If episode with Doctor Strange is one of the best episodes of TV ever. I love it. So good.
it was good. So it kind of set. So when you see the surprise Doctor Strange in this, you kind of understand, that it is another variant basically. Because it was like we got Sinister Strange and Zombie Strange in this movie, right?
Yeah, pretty sick.
Yeah. I think overall I liked the movie myself. This is when they were full blown going into the different um, multiverses, and one of the craziest scenes that the main badness was uh, not Scarlet Witch. right?
Yeah. Scarlet Witch was pretty much the bad person in this film. So,
Yeah, and she completely owned the Illuminati. That
yeah,
scene was nuts.
yeah.
My only gripe with that scene was Black Bolt. Like they told her what his superpower was, and she just got rid of his mouth, and he just blew his brain out. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it's like don't tell the bad person how to kill your hero. Like what are we doing? But what are you gonna do?
and then Professor X. We even got to mention that sad scene, but uh,
Very well done though. I mean, man, it's tough to see Patrick Stewart be killed because like he's an old man and like he's like everyone's daddy. Like he's such a powerful figure in the comic world between Star Trek and Professor X, and to see him come back as Professor X, amazing. And they
mhm.
even played the theme of the animated series in there, like really cool nod to that. But then to have him get killed off was like really tough. But yeah, made for a very fun thrill ride, I would say, because you just felt like they were going for it. They're playing with being able to kill off heroes in different universe because they can still be around in our universe still. So I like the idea. It worked for me.
I bought into it. Like this helped me buy into the whole multiverse saga and everything. Like I enjoyed it. I liked it because it kind of put on the table. Well, this one and the Spider-Man No Way Home, it kind of put on the table like all these heroes before the MCU
Mm-hmm.
are, there's an ability to get them into the series, just even if it's just a small uh like a small little tidbit like we saw with the Illuminati and stuff like that. Like they're maybe it's their way of saying, hey, we don't have really a story set up for the Illuminati, but we want to kind of
Mm.
play credence to that arc in the comic book series.
Yeah,
So, hey, here it is, kind of thing. So,
for sure.
um,
Good point.
overall, I liked it. I enjoyed it. It the we didn't really get a finite finish to the Scarlet Witch, though, right? The temple crumbled, and then we just don't know if she died or not.
Well, it's presumed that she was crushed by the temple falling. She was inside the temple. I watched this one recently too, and yeah, she just is presumed dead. But of course, I don't think you could kill Scarlet Witch in that kind of fashion. But
I think she put a force field around herself.
yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Like we've seen these people recover from worse, so I don't think we've seen the last of her. But nothing confirmed of when we're going to see her again. Speaking of Scarlet Witch, I do want to say I'm not 100% a fan of the direction they went with her character. I know the setup and everything and grief of losing the kids, but it didn't quite feel like it connected what they did with WandaVision to this one. And that could be a issue of different directors and writers and different ideas, and I don't think the Sam Raimi like was involved with the TV show at all, like had any idea of the flow of that, like the character build up that we got from that, because in my mind, the Wanda that we got in WandaVision would never turn this bad in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Like
I get that.
she like straight up is killing people, and it's just like, yo, like I think we could work something out here. Like, I don't think we had to go this far right away.
Yeah.
It,
She because it how did the WandaVision end? I thought like she had she made peace with her heart, so to speak, because that's what the big issue was losing vision and everything. So
well, so she lost vision, but then she also lost her boys. Like so, in
oh,
the
true, true.
dome that she created this world where the children that she would have with vision she like created them through her magic and made them real.
Mm.
And then what they're prophesizing is that she has those children in different universes, and so
Mm.
she gets a hold of the Darkhold at the end of that series, and she's found in a cabin studying the Darkhold, and then she hears her kids screaming, presumably from like another universe. So I think that's what sends her down this path. She's consuming a book of evil. Like, you know, you can also give her the benefit of the doubt that maybe she's being possessed by evil spirits and evil thoughts, and maybe that's what's corrupting her.
Yeah.
And give her the excuse of that. But like, God, like it also makes it like hard to like redeem that too. So I don't know. It's I'm curious to see what they do with this character going forward, because I do love her. I love what she brings to the, especially the actress Elizabeth Olsen portrays the character so well, and I like that they eventually did make her finally the Scarlet Witch. She's only been
Mm.
Wanda this whole time, um, but now she's officially the Scarlet Witch, which is so cool. And there's so many cool things they could do, especially with the X-Men coming out. So
Mm.
I would love to see this character continue.
I feel like it's another super powerful hero or anti-hero, um, that now that we have this entity, just like Captain Marvel, they're never around to take
Right.
care of the big bads.
Right. Yeah, the super powerful ones kind of get nuked or nerfed or
Yeah,
benched and
which I guess that
over.
would make a more boring MCU storyline, I guess, but
Right. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's hard to manage the power levels, but I mean, overall, I do really like this movie a lot. I think it's a tough movie to critique because, you know, this movie was like promised to be one thing and it turned into something different, I would say. So, like, you kind of have to throw that out and you just have to judge the movie that they gave us. And I
mm,
do really like the movie they gave us. Um, I kind of wish there was more playing of the multiverses, and you know, I think they did do a lot of that, but I just kind of wish there was just a little bit more, like Multiverse of Madness. Like when you envision that, to me, and it's there, but part of me still wants more. But overall, I thought it was a great movie. Um,
yeah.
I kind of where you think? I'm kind of thinking it's in the A rank.
That's kind of where I wasn't thinking S, but A.
Okay.
Uh, A, I'm safe with. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And one other little tidbit I wanted to mention about the movie I forgot, that's in my notes here, is the demon cape. We got to see his demon cape, which was pretty cool. When
Oh,
he went to go fight, I think the Scarlet Witch, and he was, I think, Sinister Strange. It was like he controlled those demons and they became his cape or whatever. It was pretty cool.
yeah. Some of that late stuff is really cool, especially like him being a zombie and doing all that stuff too. Like,
Yeah,
really cool visuals.
movie was wild.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a fun ride too. Like, I'm glad I rewatched it recently because it just reminds you how much fun it is.
Yeah.
Do we like Doc Strange behind the first Captain America movie? Do we like it more than the first Captain America movie?
Personally, I think I did. But it's up to. I know you were a big fan of the first Captain America, so I kind of put this in your court because you have a very healthy respect for Doctor Strange, and you have a pretty healthy respect for the first Avengers or Captain America.
I I think I think it's at least there. You know, I really like Winter Soldier, and I do like espionage, but I do kind of prefer also the cool magic stuff. I like honestly, my biggest gripe is that Scarlet Witch is the bad guy. Like, you know, like I really hate seeing her as a villain. Like, because all this bad stuff's happening, and you're like, the bad guy needs to stop, but then you realize it's one of your heroes. So like, oh, it's just so tough.
And
Yeah.
and at this point in the saga was oh no, that's never mind. No, that's a little further down. Because I'm trying to figure out who they're saying like who they preparing to be the big bad at this point. Because the man of many or the I can't think of his name now, but the multiverse uh Kang.
Kang, yeah.
I don't know if Kang was even teased up to this point yet because I'm
Uh,
thinking like Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania maybe not up until I
well,
guess maybe
the TV, we gotta remember Loki. Loki was teasing him.
true. I guess I was just trying to say like why make her the big bad in this movie when we're trying to like build up to a different big bad and there's other villains they could have went with.
Well,
I guess the point I was coming from.
I mean, you're not wrong, man. I think that's one of the bigger faults of Phase 4 and Phase 5 is that they just did not build up of what we're about to see. Maybe they did, and we just don't know it yet. But it doesn't feel like it. Like we, the audience, don't really feel that. So yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a good point.
But I think I like it where it's at though, right above Winter Soldier.
Behind Iron Man.
I think so. Because remember, Iron Man had the main thing it has is age, so it didn't have.
Yeah,
And I know it didn't need the budget for the movie for the story it told either, but
well, they made use of their budget. Like it looks
yeah.
great. It looks good. It's no okay yeah. Might have to think about that one a little bit more too, but I think it's fine where it's at.
Okay.
All right, cool. Yep, let's do it. All right.
All right.
On to the box office.
Jimmy James. Let's see. Where does it? And I think. Well, no, not okay. This actually. I'm not gonna say anything. I want to say stuff, but I'm not going.
Oh, Kevin. All right. Well, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So, you're going off of the hype of the last movie, which made $804 million. And then a few months later, you have this one. So, I know it's not that high, which that would just be insane. And I think it went lower than expectations. I will say it is around 250 million.
Really?
I in my heart, like I wish it made a lot of money, and I hope it made a lot of money. And 250 is a lot of money, but like I feel like there was less excitement about this one. I don't know.
Right.
It's either here or 300s, but
I was just verifying with the very trusted and fully fleshed out Wikipedia to make sure it aligned with my AI, and it does. You'll be happy to know that it actually pulled in $411
oh shit. Okay.
million.
I was way off. Okay. I can't remember how well it did. That's awesome.
Yeah.
In my heart of heart, I wanted to say that, but like I didn't trust it.
Cool. Yep. That's oh here, just to make sure. I don't know if no, it won't let me do it. Just for the record, Endgame is a 95.0. There's no.
Oh yeah.
It's a flat 95, but it won't show the decimal.
That's fine.
So where do you think it ranked, James?
I don't think this would be in the higher end because I don't think people were too jazzed about this one. Let's see. What's a good number? Can we get I don't see an 18. Let's go with 18.
18, he says. You're not too far off.
Okay.
Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness got an 83.3.
Okay.
Which puts it at 21.
Ah, close. Okay.
Yeah. Not
Cool.
too far off.
Okay. Yeah, I was in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Cool, man. All right. Well, Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, we say goodbye to you.
Yeah. Up next, the comedy.
All right. It is time to tier Thor: Love and Thunder. This is a very interesting film. This is the follow up of Thor Ragnarok. Taika Waititi is back to direct this one. The second film that we get in 2022. This was released in July. So nice, the summer movie for the MCU. And yeah, this one is very interesting. Do you want to start this one, Kevin, or you want me to share my thoughts?
I don't have much to say about this movie. I mean, I can just hit what like um I I'll say what little I'd have, and then yeah, you can take it away. But
Okay.
um the I remember when I left seeing this movie, I loved Christian Bale's gore.
Yep.
I thought he was a really cool villain. This was a like such a cool villain. Um, but he was surrounded by comedy, and I feel like every single scene had to have something funny happen. Which I'm not gonna lie if it made me laugh or whatever, but I felt like it just took me out of the seriousness of the situation, given
Right.
the villain that we had going, Gore the God Butcher. Um, and I just felt like he was kind of underutilized.
Sure.
I think you might be able to fill in the gaps with his sword because I think he carried a sword that was pretty prominent to the MCU lore as a whole. I think. Um,
That.
I can like look up that while you're talking to see if I can come up with it. But
Yeah.
um, mainly issue was really cool villain, too much comedy to go with that villain. If it was a different, I don't know, theme to the whole movie other than Gore literally going and killing gods or trying to basically. Um, and then I guess a little snippet. We got to see Natalie Portman come back as the Mighty Thor, so that was cool. But
Yeah.
um, overall, it was kind of a meh movie for me, honestly. If I love the villain though, and obviously I like Thor. I do like Thor. I just feel like um, again maybe it's like the Ragnarok. Maybe I got to rewatch it again to appreciate it more. But I just remember when I left seeing the movie that I wish they did something different with Gore or something. But that's all I got.
Cool.
It was meh for me, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's totally fair. I know that was the feeling of a lot of people that watched this film. So I think as a whole, it did not work for a lot of people. It didn't succeed where Ragnarok succeeded. I thought that blended the comedy with the seriousness very well. I think that could be done. And for me, I do really like Thor: Love and Thunder for kind of the reasons why you don't like it, but like I understand where the criticism comes from. And it's different. It's weird. And so one thing that I think is important to also think about when you think about how they were telling the story, it's told from the viewpoint of Krog, the rock being. Like
Oh, that's right.
he's telling a story to children, and I feel like that explains some of the comedy bits, but they're so outlandish that I think it's hard to remember that that's happening. And I don't like. I only watched it the one time, and I do want to rewatch it again. But um, I don't know if you get reminded in the story that it is Krog that's telling the story, and maybe that would help keep that explanation in mind. And you are right though. Like Christian Bale's villain character does kind of feel a little underutilized. I don't know if there wasn't enough interaction with him and the heroes to maybe have that threat. I don't remember. Yeah, I just remember a lot of funny bits. Natalie Portman looking badass in the Thor outfit and everything. Like I do really like that they brought us Lady Thor, and that is from the comics. They did make Jane a Lady Thor in a run recently, and the whole cancer thing and her having cancer and the hammer, like she actually like is saved from using
Oh,
that. Like If I
That's
remember
right. That's right. I do.
right.
Yeah.
So like I do like that a lot. But yeah, it's a tough one. I respect the meh. I will say this one didn't hit me as hard as Ragnarok either. If we're comparing apples to apples, like that's your closest comparison, and but I still like it. It's still fun. You get the Guardians of the Galaxy in this one a little bit too. They did tease in Endgame that Thor would be joining the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think we were supposed to originally get that in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but scheduling plans changed and they fired James Gunn and rehired him, so that pushed back Volume 3, so then we got that connecting piece in this movie. So
Yep.
maybe that affected the storyline to have um, less of the heroes fighting the bad guy, but whatever. It's here or there. We got the movie that we got. So what's your vibe check at? What letter ranking are you thinking?
I think it's a safe, maybe a low B or a high C, or a mid to low B to a high C. I'm not sure. I don't think it's Peter Tingle level.
No,
um,
no, no. I would
no.
be outraged if it was Peter Tingle.
Yeah.
um, I mean, yeah, mid. Yeah, it's definitely not as good as Homecoming. I Parts of me like it more than Age of Ultron, but that's also saying a lot too. I could be cool with it in this range, I could
Which
hear
is, it's kind of funny if it's even with Age of Ultron because both times the villains were kind of nerfed. Not nerfed, but just kind of not done
underutilized.
as much as they could have with it.
Sure, sure. Yeah, that's a good point. And kind of with Homecoming too, with Vulture. That's kind of what we said about
Oh,
that.
true,
Yeah,
true.
I think
Um,
all these movies kind of have that actually.
B tier is the underrated villain arc.
That's you know what? I think that's actually we even said that about Doctor Strange, and I
And then
wasn't.
Shang-Chi, yeah, we were like, that was just a kind of a basic villain at the end, a dark dragon thing.
That's
So,
funny. Okay, wait, these people know
um,
what they were talking about.
so really cool little backstory on the sword. I was looking it up while you were talking. So that sword that he carried, the Necro sword, the
Mm-hmm.
Gore the God Butcher,
Okay.
was created by Null, the primordial god of the symbiotes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all
Oh,
black, all black is the first symbiote who carried the sword. So, and it's in a way connected to Venom in a way because Venom is connected ancestrally to the first symbiote. So it was.
that's
So yeah, I think that's what I had read in the past, and I forgot to completely add that to my notes. But yeah, that's a
that's amazing. I
little
hope
connection piece there.
that's really cool. My heart of heart really hopes that Venom is brought into the MCU. Like I think they were really trying to make it with Tom Hardy, but they just could not figure it out. And
It's the best Venom we've had, honestly.
eh, eh, I don't
I mean
know.
that they've done.
That's well, okay. Tobey Maguire's Venom wasn't really much either, but yeah, I don't know. Two wet blankets, great. Yeah, one's better than the other.
Hey, there's an emo Venom for everybody, you know.
Oh man, fucking Topher Grace. That's what it was. Topher Grace.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right,
But all
enough.
right, buddy. What are you thinking? What do you think it pulled in money wise?
Ooh, it did not do. It definitely did not do 400 this time. I'm definitely confident about that. I think this was on the lower end. I'm gonna have to say, let's say 190.
190, huh?
Yeah.
Alrighty. It did moderately well. It did not as much as the you can see the decline in money they're making though.
Yeah, yeah.
343 million. So not
It.
bad.
Jeez. Okay.
People were.
Wow.
I think this was also Thor's bounce back. Like what Chris Hemsworth, like he went and like worked out hardcore and
Yeah.
he became a ladies' man again. So it probably like that alone
Yeah.
probably
No.
drove in some people to see it.
He was back to sexy Thor for sure.
Yeah.
But wow. I guess I just thought it did worse than that. But that's still a really good return. Jeez.
When the
Okay.
movie came out, I thought it had like really bad reviews. I didn't think it did that well either, but
Maybe
it
I was thinking the opening weekend or something. I don't know because that.
yeah.
Jeez, that's a great return. Okay.
I still like the opening scene with the Guardians of the Galaxy and
Yeah, that's fun.
yeah,
That's
Thor
good.
like Thor's face goes into the screen.
Yes, it's funny.
That's what I'm saying. Like it would have been great, but I felt like the villain was way too evil and like it just didn't fit with the theme. But yes,
Sure.
we're
Yeah.
moving beyond it. What's your ranking, James?
I'm just gonna say it's on the lower end. We don't have a lot of 30s here. Let's go with number 30.
Number 30. I'll I'll give you a caveat. Level 30 is on the board already.
Where?
The Incredible Hulk. It's at the top. It's out of
Oh,
screen.
oh, I'm not seeing that.
The
Sorry.
Incredible Hulk.
Ah, mother. Okay. What's the next number? 31.
31 is available still.
Yeah, let's do 31.
Well, Jimmy James, it.
I guess I could do this. Yeah, there you go.
I saw
That's
it.
better.
All right, there it is. It got a rating of 80.7,
Okay.
which puts it at 25.
Ah, okay. Hey, better than I
Yep.
thought. So that I'm happy to
And
see that. All right, can you guys behave? Oh, look how cute she is. Everyone say hi to Coco. She's the newest member of my family. Okay. Ah! All right, play nice, guys. All right, ignore the dogs in the background. That's just what we're gonna have to deal with. All right.
all right.
Next film. This is the last film of Phase 4. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. This is a very interesting film. A lot to say about this one. It's a film that is covered in grief. You know, Ryan Coogler, of course, returns to direct it, and it was released in November of 2022. So the last film that we got in 2022, and yeah, I mean, unfortunately, before this film came out, we lost Chadwick Boseman, and you know, this film, instead of trying to replace the actor in the role, chose to make that a part of the script that we lost our Black Panther, and the movie starts very heavy in that topic. You know, it's covered in grief. That's how I kind of describe it, and you can't escape it. You know, it feels like it's weighted down with it, and I respect everyone for doing that, and it probably is the right thing to do out of respect and just you know, the storytelling for the character, and you know, with a multiverse, maybe they bring in a different character to replace that role, and that's how they do it. But for now, they chose to do it in this direction. But yeah, what's your thoughts on this one, buddy?
Kind of with you. I agree that it is a pretty heavy movie because it wasn't too long after the death of Chadwick Boseman, and we were all wondering, you know, who's going to be the new Black Panther and all this other stuff. Like, how are they going to work that? And I think this was the safest way of doing it without just passing on the mantle. I don't really remember much about the villain. I am looking at it kind of now, but
Namor.
Namor, he looks kind of cool. It looks almost Aztecian, almost like someone that out of Az because he has like the the headdress and everything.
Right.
But um, but no, I think they did pretty well with like Shuri. When like seeing her, it was like if we remember, she's like the Tony Stark of the Wakandians. Like she's the inventor and does everything with the technology. Um, so I think it revolved a lot around her. I trying to remember if it was this movie that the ending it alluded to um uh Chadwick Boseman's character.
Oh, like his son, the
Yeah,
yeah, you get that little tag at the end.
at the end, yeah. So that's kind of cool. He's living on through his son kind of thing,
Uh
and
huh.
but otherwise, I mean, I liked it. It was good. I forgot that Michael B. Jordan is in. He has a reprises MCU. Is he like in
Yeah,
the where the ancestors are?
yeah.
Okay.
He's a in the spirit realm, whatever they call it. Sorry, I don't remember the name of
Yeah.
that, but he comes back with that. He's kind of like a haunting figure. He's ancestral, but he's kind of like a guide for Shuri because she's trying to find her way as a Black Panther, and instead of
Kind of what
having
he had to deal with, kind of.
yeah, like instead of having Chadwick be that voice for her, they brought back Michael B. Jordan to do that, and it works. It does a good job of that, and it makes sense in the universe that they built in the last movie. So all of that worked for me. I just think it's so hard. Oh, sorry, the dogs are vibrating the desk. The storm's happening again, Kevin. We gotta change our recording date again. Oh no. um, but I think it's so hard to remove the the death stuff, and like I said, I respect it, but I just think it's so hard to not think of that every time with this movie. So it's a hard one for me. I think they made a great looking film again. Namor was done well, but um, wasn't quite used enough for me. Like you kind of just get introduced to the character, and I guess the threat. I forget what even like the threat was. Taking a ship. I know there was a big fight on the ship, but that part did not feel inspired. They felt very inspired for the first part of the movie, and the rest just didn't seem to inspire for me. Um, what was I going to say? Ironheart was introduced in this. They did introduce that character, and now years later we finally have that show and stuff. So that also has elements of that. But yeah, man, this one's pretty mixed for me. It's definitely lesser on my radar than the first Black Panther. So what's
So I
your
think the main thing was it's revolving about it kind of a weak plot to go with like the Marvel universe, like because we've already had like well, I guess not all movies have to be tied into the MCU, but basically it
yeah?
was um, Namor. They're water breathers. I forgot about that. They wanted the vibranium. It was as simple as that.
Yeah.
That was the plot. They just wanted to steal the vibranium, or they wanted the Wakandians to share it, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, so it led to blows and that kind of thing. But
Well, that's a different kind of movie, Kevin.
what's one way to get vibranium? Uh,
Yeah,
um,
that's. I'm glad you brought that back up because yeah, that did not feel inspired. Like that's how I feel about it. Like it just feels a little weak of a plot thread. So they did a better job of it in the first movie, is what also you have to compare it to. So, but yeah, what's your feelings on the ranking for the tier?
I'm like, well, it had like a meh villain, so we could throw it in with B, but it might be worth a C. It might be a high C, maybe.
I'm thinking it's a C, man.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's a mid-C.
Yeah.
This is how I'm thinking. I'm thinking right there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And what's truly um I'm trying to think of the word, but basically I had mentioned it in a previous episode where, I could see them gearing up as Tony Stark and Chris Evans were like phasing out. They're leaving the MCU at the
Uh-huh.
end of like the Avengers Endgame, and that's when Black Panther got introduced. And I kind of saw Black Panther being this more human centric hero, not superpowers, because that's kind of what Tony Stark and Chris or uh, Captain America,
Uh-huh.
they were kind of more human in nature. Like they weren't really. I know Captain America has the serum, but they weren't blasting people away. Well, sorry, Iron Man does. His was technology based,
It's the guy
and
in the
that's kind of
suit,
where
though.
that's where Black Panther was. He's technology based. He's like I mean, I guess he does have like the ancestral blood thing, but
He's got mystic
um,
powers, but then he also has the technology powers too, thanks to Shuri.
yeah.
So yeah, it's a
So
it's a
I would have seen
mix.
that as a good like transition as like another leader within the Avengers to
Uh huh.
replace Tony or Iron Man and Captain America, but it's unfortunate how it played out with Chadwick Boseman because he was a good actor too,
Oh,
but
tragic.
um,
Yeah.
R.I.P. But I think we're safe with C on this one because I think it did more to pay homage to Chadwick Boseman and the original Black Panther than it did to add to much lore. I don't know. It just
Yeah, that's 100% how I feel. And which is fine. It's spend $200 million to do that. Great, awesome. But like, it just doesn't have a good place on this what we're building as the MCU. That it's
yeah,
hard to judge that. So
yeah, exactly. The
yeah,
whole Phase 4 trying to build towards something, and every movie's kind of been its own little thing.
right, all over the board. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Well, let's get over to the game side. We got the box office ranking for Black Panther. Well, if we look at the previous Black Panther, that did $700 million. That's that's a really big number. I don't think this one touched that. And the last movie made 343, Thor: Love and Thunder. Did it do better or worse? Um,
I will say, well, I because of the everything surrounding around Chadwick Boseman, I think it gained a healthy amount of people to come support the movie.
yeah. How much is healthy though? I'm gonna be somewhat conservative. I appreciate the little hints, but I'm still gonna be a little $1 billion. I'm gonna be a little conservative though. Let's just say 420. We stun locked Kevin,
Way to
folks.
be
We did it.
conservative, buddy.
I don't know. You said healthy still, so now you got me
Okay,
guessing.
well, hey, no. I mean, no, you did good. It's just that particular number.
You...
Uh,
Oh, buddy.
yeah, no, you're in the ballpark. You did good.
Okay.
454
Hey,
million.
woo, baby! I'm in the ballpark.
Yeah,
That works for me. All right, sweet. Good for it. That's still a very good return. It's hard to match the first one's success, though.
yeah, and it did the best since Spider-Man: No Way Home, and
Yeah,
yeah, so
good. Good for it.
only the third movie since Endgame to get over 400 million. So yeah, they did pretty well.
Nice. All right. How did it
Where do
do?
you think it ranked?
Yeah, review wise. I would say it's still reviewed fine. Let's see. I don't. Oh, yeah. I've seen all the numbers. Let's go with 18. Might be a little
Jimmy
low.
James.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lottery.
Jimmy James. Jimmy James.
Yeah.
It got an 84.7,
Oh. Oh.
which puts it at 18th.
Let's go. It's also easier to get this when there's been a bunch of numbers already. I think that's been helping me out. That's why I'm not guessing like this number at all. Like that would just be insane. Oh, cool.
I see. It looks like of the top 10, only number 10 has not showed up yet, it looks like.
Number 10, Thor Ragnarok here.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, so yeah, the whole top 10 is there then.
The
Never
whole
mind.
top 10?
Yep.
Wow. All right, well.
So take into consideration, like, the movies we still have coming, and for some reason,
Well, big one.
not even the top 10.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, thank you for joining me, Kevin, on ranking Phase 4 of the MCU. I know we were in the middle of the DC films, but I think this worked out well. We were halfway through. We came in and saved these guys' butts, so, you know.
Yeah, I think DCU would have had just, like, 7 movies anyway, so this is a better list.
This is taking a lot longer. We could probably knock out the DC one in 1 hour easy.
There would be like no dialogue. We're like, yeah, no, it's
Peter Tingletier for all of them. Just
no,
kidding.
no. You got the Martha tier,
yeah,
as
right.
well.
Yeah.
The mother connection between Superman.
The Martha tier.
Martha, your mother's name Martha too.
Nailed it, Kevin. Nailed it. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you. Let us know how wrong we are in the comments. And make sure you share this with your moms and dads. Thank you for watching. Kevin, sign us out.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. My name is Kevin.
And I'm James. Jimmy James.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.